Hi everyone, I'm Leslie and we're the Doucettes and we have a resale business. And in today's video, we're going to talk about things that you should look for while you're shopping, while you're thrift shopping, that will prevent you from getting lower profits. So while you're at the store, what should you look for that may go unnoticed at first, but once you get it home and you're taking pictures of it, you realize, I should have left this on the rack. So that's what we're going to talk about today. Okay, I have a few examples I'm going to share with you of things that have ended up really killing our profits. Okay, and the first example that I have for you is a dress that I just got back as a return from eBay. Just got back in the mail yesterday. It's this dress from Gap, just Gap. And so it's a long maxi dress. Now, once I got this, I did steam iron it, and I guess what I did not notice is that the hem was out in a certain area here. How could I have missed it? I don't really know, but it was a long area, maybe like 6 inches, that was just totally out. The lady didn't want to fix it herself or have it fixed herself, and so she just sent it back to me. So that's one thing that I'm gonna now have to fix myself before I can list it again on eBay. I know how to make a hem. I think I might give it a try, but I might have to pay someone to hem this dress for me. So I don't know, that could really eat into my profits, and I wish I would have noticed it at first. Okay, I have another example for you. This isn't quite the exact shoe. I ended up tossing this shoe out, and this is a good shoe with no problems, but I just wanted to show you, it was a similar shoe, but it was actually broken at the buckle. Now, to what it looked like to me in the store was that the buckle was just not buckled. So I thought it was perfectly fine, but it was actually broken back here at the elastic. Completely came apart there. So I have no way of attaching elastic back to this area here. And yeah, I could go get it fixed, but how much would that cost me? That would just eat right into the profits. And so look at little things like that. Make sure the buckles actually work on the shoes that you buy, or else you're not going to get the money you could get for them. Okay, I have another example. It's these shoes that Jody actually picked up. I don't know anything about biking shoes, but that's what these are. And to me, I guess it's kind of the same thing. I thought that this buckle just needed to be attached. It just wasn't buckled in as this side is, if you can tell. So this is not. So when I started taking a picture of it, we realized it was broken or missing a piece. And what turns out, it's missing a screw, I believe. So we have to go to the bike place and buy a screw and then fix the shoes, which just eats into our time. So look for those things also. Okay, next I have this coat here. It's a really nice tweed coat from Jessica Simpson, fully lined, very nice, until you get to the back part here. As you can see, there is this little thing that goes in the back at the waist, and it's not attached because the button is missing. As you can see from this string, the button came off. And so yeah, I could go buy 2 new buttons, attach the buttons, or I could just cut this button off and just sell it without this little thing on the back. So since I don't know what to do, it has just been sitting in my death pile this whole time. If I would have noticed this while it was still on the rack, I would have left it there just because. Okay, I have another example here, and this is shirt from Under Armour. Very nice, and is a good size that sells quite easily, which is an extra large. This is an extra large shirt from Under Armour. So when you go to thrift stores, what they often do is they use that little gun, plastic gun thing that goes into the thing that the price tag hangs off of. You've all seen it. So you do have to be careful about where they put that plastic in there. For this one, it went into just the fabric, but it left 2 small holes. I guess they had 2 price tags on this thing. So there is a tiny hole here and a tiny hole here. And so I'll put that picture up for you, but really now this just 2 tiny holes, so maybe it's not that big of a deal, but now I have to take a picture of those 2 tiny flaws that's in this shirt, and I have to put it in the description and say this isn't a perfect shirt with no flaws. It has 2 tiny holes. That's so frustrating that thrift stores do that. But if you notice that, look at where the price tags go in, and if it's a problem for that particular item that you have, you might want to go ahead and leave it on the shelf. Okay, I have another shirt to show you as an example, and that is this one that's hanging here. This is a Tommy Hilfiger. Great shirt because look at how it has the logos on it, and it's all over. So it makes it for a really cool Tommy shirt. But I don't know if you can see in the camera or not. It has a white, no, it's not white. It's light blue discoloration here and here. I don't really know what causes something like that, but I did not look at this shirt close enough to realize that that was there when I was ironing it, because it got quite wrinkly in the bag. When I was ironing, I was like, oh no. I mean, nobody is really gonna want this like this. So, I mean, we still have it here. Don't quite know what to do with it. It's a great shirt with all of its buttons, but 2 discolorations that can be quite noticed in certain circumstances. So yeah, I wish I would have noticed that while it was hanging on the rack, and I probably would have left it there. That's some examples, and some other examples that you might want to look for is make sure all the buttons are on the shirt. You don't have one missing button, then you're going to have to put that in description. We're missing a button, or you're going to have to replace all the buttons. That eats into profit. Look for the hems on the dresses and things like that. Look for any kind of little stains. Maybe if there are sequins on it, make sure they have all the sequins. Make sure there's not like a patch where the sequins got tore off or the sequins are loose, things like that. And so what we really want to do is to help you get the most out of your sales. And so when you have these little flaws in your items that you have, it can eat into your profits. We want you to get the most, and this will prevent you from getting the most. The lesson is, while you're there at the thrift store, take time to look over the garment closely, or the item that you want to buy. Make sure there's no scratches, or make sure there isn't something missing on it, so that you can get the most amount for that item that you can get. Now, of course, it is possible to sell items on eBay or Poshmark if there is a flaw on it. Yes, if there's a missing button, if there is a tiny hole, or the hem is out, whatever. As long as you take a picture of it and you put it in the description so that whoever buying it is totally aware that they are buying something that has a flaw that they may have to fix. That's the lesson for today. Make sure you look over those garments and get the most for your money. Okay, so if you've noticed some value in this video for you, please give us a thumbs up. Subscribe to our channel if you haven't yet, because we'll have more videos coming out soon, and we'll see you in the next video.